last period we had seen till the methods of movement. Now today we are going to start the different strains with the movement. These movements began in January 1921. Many social groups participated. All answered the call of Swaraj, but each had their own aspiration. Now we'll see this. What are the different strains? What were their aspirations? All this detail we'll see. First, we'll see the movement in towns. The middle class took up the fight for Swaraj. As it was decided, students in thousands left schools and colleges controlled by the government. Headmaster, teachers resigned, and lawyer gave up practices. Council election boycotted. And that was in that way, as it was decided, it will start in this way. That was started in that way. But here one question comes. What are the economic effect of this movement on economic front? Here, down part, foreign goods boycotted, liquor shops picketed, foreign clothes burnt, people discarded wearing of foreign clothes. So this Indian textile mills and handlooms increased production to meet the demands. So import of foreign clothes halved. This is the main point here. That is import of foreign clothes halved between 1921 and 22. That is, its value dropped from 102 to 137 crores. So import reduced. Next we'll see. Another one there also, production of Indian textile mills and handloom went up. Because in India they started producing, so import from British reduced. And here in India, production of Indian textile mills and handloom went up. So this question may be of 3 marks. You will describe, and test will be focused on 2 points here. Okay. Production in Indian textile mills and handloom increased production to meet the demands, and import of foreign clothes halved between these two. It is also 1 point. This is okay. Now next, another point comes, but this movement started slowing down of the movement. Slow down, gradually slowed down for varieties of reasons. So what might be the causes? One question of 3 marks, again it may come. As in your textbook, that is one sentence is there, but this movement in the cities gradually slow down for a variety of reasons. So here question may be asked, what are the causes of slowing down of the movement, non-cooperation movement? Here, khadi was more expensive than the mass-produced meal cloth. The poor could not afford it. Khadi means completely hand-woven, thread also, clothes also. So it was costly. So definitely the poor people were unable to afford it. That was one point. Another important point है, in the absence of food, in the absence of Indian institutes, this won't be there. In the absence of Indian institutes, teachers and students joined the government institution. Lawyers also decided to attend the court. Here it was when the students were not allowed to join here, they did not go to school. Lawyers, they did not go to for the practice in the government courts. Then there should be some alternative institution. Indian institution had to be set up, but they were very slow to come up. So slowly, this is in the absence of Indian institutes. The food won't be there. This won't be there. Teachers and students joined the government institution. So these are the two main reasons. Khadi was more expensive. We wanted to, suppose we are not going to wear the foreign clothes. In that case, we are supposed to produce the clothes in India. We are producing, but in a very less amount. They were producing the clothes in machine-made clothes, so they were cheaper. Whereas here, hand-woven clothes, so they were costlier. So definitely poor people were unable to afford it. So people started wearing the foreign clothes. Then again, if you want to boycott the foreign institution, a British institution, then we are supposed to build our own institution, but that was very slow to come. So that was another reason. Slowly people started going to the government institution. Then the movement in the countryside. Countryside means village side. Here, the non-cooperation movement took over the struggle of peasants. Each struggle was against a different target. Some struggles became violent, which was against Gandhian principle. Some pictures are given here. All the actions were taken in the name of the Mahatma. The peasants movement, because of their different aspirations and interpretations, advocated violence. Peasants persuaded people to wear khadi and give up drinking. We'll see the examples one after one. There are three main examples are given. So, what are the different strains within the movement? One general 5-mark questions it will come. Yeah, each strain, each one, you will get 1. So, specifically peasants movement, we'll see. We'll discuss 1. That is Awadh peasants. Peasants in Awadh. It was led by Baba Ramachandra. Here only the points are being written here. You will find all the better explanation in the textbook. But to make remember, these are the points. This movement were against talukdars and landlords who demanded high rents. They forced them to do beggar matlab, that is labor, that villagers were forced to contribute without any payment. They were not given payment, do the work as it is. So that is called beggar. And work on landlord's farm without any payment, that is the beggar only. Tenants had no security of revenue, regularly evicted. Time to time they were removed from their land. The peasants demanded reduction of revenue, abolition of beggar, and social boycott of oppressive landlords. And there they organized Nai Dhobi Bandhs. In ancient India specifically they used to do. Nai and Dhobi, these are the two communities, they need to come in any good festivals like marriages or something, or in funeral ceremony. Without their coming, that was they had to come. So that is Nai Dhobi Bandh. Matlab even Nai and Dhobi, they won't go there. So Suddhi nahi ho sakta. This is And in 1920, Jawaharlal Nehru began going around the villages in Awadh, talking to villagers and trying to understand their grievances. The Awadh Kisan Sabha was set up by Jawaharlal Nehru and Baba Ramachandra. Here you may, one more questions may be asked. Who set up the Awadh Kisan Sabha? And one general question, describe the 5 more questions it may also come. Describe the movement in Awadh, peasants' movement in Awadh. Within a month, 300 branches had been set up in the villages around the region. Now another, here you will find what you saw here, they were peasants demanded reduction of revenue, abolition of beggar and social boycott of oppressive landlords. This is the trend here. That is their demand. Peasants in Awadh. But here again we will find that tribal peasants. Class 9 they have read, that is the Britishers, they imposed forest laws. The tribal people, they used to live near the forest, and as they imposed tribal laws, which restricted the movement of tribal people in the forests. So that was one of the most important dissatisfaction among the tribal people. So that will be now one of the cause of the tribal peasants to start the movement. In the Gooden Hills of Andhra Pradesh, militant guerrilla movement spread in 1920. The colonial government had closed large forest areas, preventing people from entering the forest to graze their cattle or to collect fuelwood and fruits. These laws, forest laws, you have read in class 9th. This enraged the hill people when the government forced them to do beggar for road building. The hill people revolted. They were led by Alluri Sitaram Raju. In other parts also they had the movement, but during non-cooperation movement specifically, this Alluri Sitaram Raju, he responded the movement of Gandhiji. He talked of the greatness of Mahatma Gandhi, said he was inspired by the non-cooperation movement and persuaded people to wear khadi and give up drinking. So this is the another trend. Here they were not allowed to move in the forest. So now they will say when Swaraj means we can move in the forest. He asserted that India could be liberated only by the use of force and attacked police station, attempted to kill the British officers and carried out guerrilla warfare for achieving Swaraj. This was not the principle of Gandhiji, of course, but he was inspired by Gandhiji's Swaraj, the call of Swaraj. Raju was captured and executed in 1924. Whatsoever it is, but their stand was as peasants' aspiration was different. Now the tribal peasants, aspiration of tribal peasants is different, but all they had endorsed with the British policy. So they all joined in the non-cooperation movement called by Gandhiji. So these are, you have to put forth in that way different strands, a different aspiration. Another group was there, the movement in the plantation workers. Workers had their own idea of Swaraj. So they also started agitation. So that is another example you can find out. That is plantation workers in Assam agitates for the right to move freely and not to be confined to the gardens they worked in. The British thus passed an Inland Emigration Act 1859, prevented them from leaving the plantation without permission. Here let me tell you, many tribal people, when they imposed the forest laws, many people they had shifted to Assam and they worked there as the labor. And there they were not allowed to move freely and they were not allowed to go home. they had passed that act, that is Inland Immigration Act. According to that act, they have to take the permission to come to home, to come to their village. But actually they were not permitted. So for them, Swaraj means definitely what was not allowed, they will be allowed. So Swaraj means they can go home. Raised slogans, these people, they raised slogans demanding Swatantra Bharat, chanted Gandhiji's name and emotionally reacted to non-cooperation. Their identification with Gandhiji and movement went beyond their local units. That is, believed Gandhi Raj was coming, everyone would be given their land in their own villages. So they started moving towards their own home. But of course, they could not reach there, they were caught. But here, their agitation took the form of leaving the plantation and moving towards their village. The result क्या हुआ? They were caught by the police and brutally beaten up. The non-cooperation was called off by Gandhiji in 1922 due to the Chauri Chora incident near Gorakhpur. Here, Gandhiji's principle was non-violence. But in 1922, in Chauri Chora, that is one police chowki will be burnt. So that was violence they started. So Gandhiji suddenly stopped this movement in 1922. What was the cause of calling off of non-cooperation movement? This is the event of Chauri Chora. This is also map work. Chauri Chora you can get for map work also. So it started in 1921 and ended in 1922. This is all about your different strands.